So when I was videoing the fireworks, November the sorry, December 31st and January the 1st, I I actually calibrated the drone on the I put it on what was it? My Sword 9 pad thing over there. Hang on a minute. So I put my drone on here, right, and I was calibrating it. And then when I went back and looked at it later, the little legs, for the arms, for the propellers, they were hanging off the edge. So my camera was slapping on here, and that's why it didn't calibrate, because it couldn't turn around properly. So I figured it out what happened, because I did it again. I did it again to find out if it was that, and it was. So the camera, the gimbal couldn't turn to the end stop and calibrate itself properly. So as a result of that, it failed to calibrate and it disabled itself. Basically, it would have had an internal error message saying that gimbal couldn't rotate or something. And so when I actually took it outside, because my eyes aren't that good, when I took it outside, I didn't realize the gimbal wasn't actually functioning. So when I actually took the drone up and I took off, the wind was coming from the right. The wind was blowing this way, right? So the drone was tilted to the right to compensate for the wind, and because the gimbal wasn't working, everything that the camera recorded was slightly tilted the other way, right? So the video was all wonky, and I didn't know what was going on with it, because I was trying to adjust the thumbnail for the camera to pan it up and down. It wouldn't work either. So anyway, that's the reason why that's the reason why the video didn't work very well, and it was bouncing around and it's crazy. So I thought I'd just give you a heads up on what I figured out. So also I did two live streams at the same time, and if you wonder what that was about, the first live stream I did, I was listening to it, I was playing it back, checking it over, and I thought, God, I do not talk. I'll just keep talking. I'm thinking I'm going on and on and on, speculating, and this speculation was just driving me up the wall. So I thought, I'm just going to fade myself out. I'm just going to put this music in the background and have this music blaring in the background. And so the first stream, you'll notice that my voice starts to disappear because I use the volumizer tool in Caden Edit. So my voice basically slowly disappeared and the music took over. And I previewed it with Ken, and I asked Ken to have a look and check it out and see if he thought it was all right. And he didn't like it. He said, I like to hear your voice. I said, well, yeah, but I was waffling. I was just waffling. And he said, well, yeah, but I like to hear what your thoughts and your opinions. And so I thought, okay, I'll even though it's a lot of waffle, I'll re-edit it and I'll upload another version with me waffling. So that's the reason why there's two versions on YouTube right now, is because there's one with me waffling away for about 10 minutes or so, and then there's the other one where the music fades, it comes in, and overpowers it. Which while we're watching the actual rerun of the flight on the app, you know, the flight telemetry. So it's right near the end. It's pretty much near the end of the video. If the stream, if you want to go and check it out. I don't know why you want to do, because I was just going on and on. But anyway, so that's the reason there's two versions, and it's a question of which one you want me to keep, because if Ken's right and you want to hear me waffle on for hours, then you can just give that stream a thumbs up. But if you don't want to hear me waffle on and on, you prefer the music, just give that stream a thumbs up. So whichever stream gets more thumbs up, right, between those two identical streams, apart from me waffling, right, whichever stream gets more thumbs up will be the one that I keep, okay? The other one's going to disappear into the ether. I mean, I won't delete it. I'll just unlist it. I'll just take it off. I'll unlist it. You know, I'll take it so it's no longer public. So that if somebody comes along months later and says, I can't hear what you're saying, you know, if it's the one with the music in the background, I can't hear what you're saying, I want to hear what you're saying, then I can unlist it and I can list it again and say, okay, there you go, you can go and hear what I'm saying. So you see what I mean, right? So it's whichever one gets more thumbs up is going to stay public, right? And I'll make the other unlisted so that there's an end screen link to it. So if you want to watch the other version, you can click on the end screen or something like that. So that's what I was thinking about doing, because I don't want to bore you all with my waffle, because we all do that sometimes. And I was just trying to work it out in my head what had happened to it, you see. And it wasn't until I actually went and did it again that I found out why, right? Hang on, I'm going to pause it a minute, just a minute. I can't see a damn thing. Where's my glasses? Right, I'm going to demonstrate this to you. Okay, it's my drone. Check the gimbal cover off. Right, there's the soldering iron thing. This is where my drone was when I powered it up. Now you'll see that it can't calibrate, because if you look at the legs, they're actually below. They're below the actual thing. Now watch what happens when I power this up. Oh. Watch the gimbal. Watch the gimbal. And listen. Failed calibration. If you don't believe me, you see, it's not calibrated. Are you watching? Right. Watch the camera. Not calibrated. You see? Not calibrated. Okay, let's do a proper calibration. Let's turn it off. Okay, it's turned off now. Let's do a proper calibration. It's off. Now it was slapping against the thing. Did you hear that? Now let's power it up again. I'm going to hold it level. Watch the gimbal. Okay. Now, that gives it a second. I was holding it, so I'm not sure if it. Oh, right. Hang on. Now it works. Look. Right. Now it's working. I'll get the torch. Watch the gimbal. You see? now it's calibrated. Right? Now we know why it didn't work when I took it outside to fly it. So when you're calibrating your drone, make sure that this arm and this arm and the rear arm are actually sitting on a surface, and the gimbal is high enough that it's not going to slap into anything, because that's what happened. And now the gimbal is calibrated. You can't really see properly with this light. Look at that. Look at that. You see, now it's calibrated. Now, if I'd done it properly in the first place, I wouldn't have had all that problem with the video going like that, because it was terrible. So yeah, I repeated what I did wrong, and you saw the result. So now you know.